As your policy team begins its work, a key piece of background information will be an examination of who is in your jail. I've worked with dozens of jurisdictions on criminal justice improvements, and I often find that people who work in the system every day have beliefs about who's in the jail that are quite different from what the data demonstrates. Even the officials who operate the jail can be surprised by the data. In my experience, providing policy teams with concrete data drawn from their own local sources can create a heightened sense of urgency to the work of improving the pretrial process. A jail population overview will help your policy team identify opportunities for improvement in your current system. For example, the overview may bring to light that a large portion of your jail population is awaiting trial on low-level offenses, but they remain detained simply because they can't afford the modest financial conditions of release. Or you may learn that some people with very serious charges spend only a short amount of time in jail because they can't afford to pay a high financial condition to gain their freedom. As your team considers changes to the pretrial policies and practices, your jail overview will serve as a baseline, documenting how your system looks today in order to compare how it looks after changes are implemented. This provides what we call a data-informed perspective on your project toward achieving your goals. I'll give you an example of how data can surprise. In a jurisdiction where I worked recently, I presented a jail population overview that revealed over 90% of the jail population was being held pretrial. The chief judge attending the meeting said that can't be true. And the jail administrator said, well, yes, that's in line with our internal reports. After describing how I obtained and analyzed the data, it became clear that the judge and the jail administrator were having their very first data conversation and developing a shared understanding of their county's pretrial population. As it turns out, that one basic piece of data helped shape the focus of their entire pretrial improvement process. Next, let me share my screen and show you an example of a jail overview presentation.